gonna be Knox.
The New York Knicks select Kevin Knox.
Knox. It's 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 Knox.
Kevin Knox.
It's Kevin Knox. Listen.
Wow.
The Boo Birds are out at the Garden at Barclays. The Boo Birds are out. The Boo Birds are out. It's Kevin Knox. Here we go. Here we go. So Knox was the pick. I'm going to give you my reaction to the Knicks draft and talk about what's next for the Knicks offseason 2018. What's good, Knicks Nation? It's your boy CP, the NY Fanatic, and if this is your first time on the channel and you're a die-hard Knicks fan, hit that subscribe button below and the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Okay, so 3 things on the Kevin Knox pick. Number 1, I'm not mad that they didn't pick Michael Porter Jr. The injury risk was just way too much to take a gamble on, and when I saw that both Chicago and Cleveland passed on him, I knew the rumors were true that he would slide based on the medical concerns, and it was evident when he was picked the last pick in the lottery at number 14. There's no way the Knicks could have gambled on this kid with KP already on the sidelines with an ACL injury. This kid with a scary back surgery who may not even play this season. There was no way the Knicks could afford to take a gamble on him. What will he be in a few years? He may end up being the best player of this draft, but you know what? I'm happy that the Knicks went with the more calculated risk in Kevin Knox over Michael Porter Jr. Now, the more worthwhile debate in having is, was Kevin Knox the better pick over Mikal Bridges? Now, remember, Mikal Bridges was the fan favorite for quite some time, highly rumored to be going to the Knicks in many analysts' opinions over the course of the draft period. Mikal Bridges ends up going to the Sixers and ultimately traded to the Phoenix Suns. Now, Mikal Bridges was my pick. I thought the Knicks could have used a two-way player like him, one who was proficient at the three-point line and also on the defensive end. But I can't fault the Knicks for going with the player who they believed had more upside and more potential to be an impact player for this team.
Hear him? Instead, you get a lesson in the school of hard knocks.
Now, on to the controversy about the fans booing. Was I happy that the fans were booing an 18-year-old kid? No. Do I blame the fans for booing? No. Let's be honest, the Knicks do not have a good track record when it comes to the draft. They've been famously known for passing up on stud players at the expense of scrubs, and there's no way we can give them a pass. I'm not expecting every fan in the building to be on board with Kevin Knox. I'm not expecting every fan in the building to want Mikal Bridges. Fans are going to have their opinions, and we need to respect that opinion. So no, I'm not angry that the fans were booing the pick. At the same time, I feel like the fans booing was highly exaggerated by the media. We were there in the building. There were a lot of cheers. Yes, there were some boos, but there were a lot of cheers as well for Kevin Knox. I think Knicks Nation, being a smart basketball fan base, as a majority, accept the pick and are happy with the pick over Michael Porter Jr. For some reason, the media props up this crying Knicks fan kid as almost like the face of Knicks Nation. Yeah, it was cool when he booed the Porzingis pick. Everybody was like, cute kid, this, that, and the third. But now it's just completely overblown. The media next year needs to not put him as the first reaction you see to a Knicks draft pick, because it's not fair to the real diehard fans. Now, I was very impressed by Kevin Knox's media circuit when he was introduced to the fans and the media this past week. He came off saying all the right answers. Seems like he has a good team behind him, and he seems like he's very hungry to get to work with this coaching staff and with this team. You gotta like the passion and the energy that this kid is bringing to the whole equation. When Kevin Knox was asked what his goal would be this year, He answered, Rookie of the Year. That's going to be on the wall in my room. That's what I want. That's what I'm going to work for. I don't got it like painted on my wall. It's just a piece of paper with Rookie of the Year on it. Every time I wake up, look at it, just know what I'm going to do to work for. Hey, listen, the kid's saying all the right things. Actions will speak louder, but you got to like what you're hearing from him so far. I also like that when Coach David Fizdale was asked about playing time for the kids, he mentioned that he wouldn't be afraid to throw them in the fire if they earned it. So I got to respect that from Coach as well. But let me know what you think. What did you think of the Knox pick compared to Michael Porter Jr., compared to Mikal Bridges, and all the drama that surrounded draft night? Now, Mitchell Robinson was an interesting pick. I felt like the Knicks needed to get more athletic. They needed more athletic, defensive-minded, rebounding big men, and this kid looks like he could fit the bill. Very interesting to see why he didn't attend college last season. Some say that he was a top 5 prospect in last season's draft, opted not to go to college, but he hadn't played basketball since his senior year in high school. So on one hand, I'm very interested in his potential. On the other hand, we have to temper expectations, given that this kid hasn't played basketball in over a year and may be a bit rusty and out of shape going into Summer League. This kid looks like he's going to be more of a project, but let's see what Fizdale can do with him. Robinson's play in the Summer League could help determine what happens with Luke Kornet and Isaiah Hicks. Luke Kornet is said to have drawn interest around the league. Isaiah Hicks, I'm not really too high on as a player, but let's see how Robinson impacts their status with the team. With the Alonzo Trier signing, the undrafted guard out of Arizona, I like the pickup from a potential standpoint. The kid can obviously score, 6'5" guard, average 18 points and 3.2 assists, shooting 50% from the field, including 38% from three-point range and 87% from the free throw line. So the kid can obviously score. Got a bit of a sketchy past as he failed 2 drug tests for performance-enhancing drugs over the course of his career at Arizona. So character could be an issue. But at the same time, the kid looks like he has potential. Let's see if he can make the team. This team is in desperate need of some shooters, and Alonzo Trier could fit the bill if he makes it. What's next for the Knicks? Vegas Summer League, July 7th against the Hawks, July 8th against the Utah Jazz, and July 10th against the Los Angeles Lakers. We'll see some of these guys like Knox, Mitchell Robinson, Alonzo Trier, Frank Ntilikina, Luke Kornet, Isaiah Hicks, Damian Dotson. The young Knickerbockers will be in Vegas. Let's see how they start to gel under this new system. This week was also big for Knicks free agency. Kylo Quinn is expected to opt out of his free agent deal. Will Enes Kanter opt out of his free agent deal? There were rumors going on earlier this week that he was undecided. Then the rumors were that he made his decision to opt out. Now the rumors are back that he's remained undecided. I believe Kanter will be making his decision on July 29th, whether to opt into that $18.6 million deal. And I believe Kanter's move will affect what the Knicks will do with players like Kylo Quinn, Michael Beasley, and also determine who they may offer the mid-level exception to.
Gary in the Barclays Center. Yo, my man, what's up,
right,
bro?
I gotta start.
Explain.
I gotta start with this.
All right.
If I owned a Knicks suit, I would wear a Knicks suit.
But what's up with the Golden States?
I happened to be at the NBA Finals last year.
Okay, all right, respect to that.
In Oakland.
Respect to that.
So you there? You know they was about to win. I